So welcome to my new YouTube channel, Rooted in Faith Gardening. I'm just a beginner gardener, my second year. I'm just out here winging it, learning and loving gardening. On this YouTube channel, I will be sharing my gardening journey as well as my faith journey and what I'm learning in terms of my faith through gardening. So I am in gardening zone 7A. And today, it rained a lot yesterday. Like there were tornado warnings and everything. So I'm just out here checking on everything. I absolutely love the progress that happens after a rain. So I'm going to check on that. So I thought I'd give you guys a tour of the garden. So here we go. So we're going to do a tour of the garden. Let's start here and then we'll end with the beds. So this is my potato bed. And as you can see, we've got some sprouts. So I'm going to spend some time today healing them. So that's what the people said you're supposed to do when they start sprouting. So that's what I'm going to spend a little time doing that today. These are tomatillos. This container and this container. These are sweet potato slips. And one of my friends from church gave me a sweet potato, which I'll show you in a minute. And it already had slips on it, so she started it for me. These are my blueberry bushes, which survived from last year. I had a greenhouse that did not do its job at all, but that's another story for another day. It did not give what it was supposed to give. This is a kiwi plant, and this year I decided to plant some marigolds because they say that marigolds will help deter pests. So in some of these pots I planted marigolds, and you can see these. Those are bird spikes that we were using in the gazebo to try and deter the birds from building nests, and it did not work in the gazebo. I'm kind of feeling like it's working in the pots because I haven't seen any digging in the pots. So I'm going to count it a win in the garden and not in the gazebo. This is my strawberry plant, and we've got some action here going. I'm excited about that. Garlic in this container. Mr. Owl protecting everything. Cilantro. I've got 3 different peppers growing here. And we've got some looks like we've got some bulbs. And then we've got these mushrooms which grow in abundance in this container. But I'm not going to pull them up because when I researched it, it said mushrooms growing was a sign of good soil. So I'm going to leave it. This is apple mint. Both of these are apple mint. Italian oregano. Basil. These are, we got another sprout. These are Cajun peppers that I'm growing from seed. I planted some seeds maybe the beginning of April, and I didn't see anything. I think I planted them too deep. So I came back and planted a row along here. So we'll see if we get some sprouts. Curly kale in both of these containers. I need to do some pull these brown leaves off. We'll do that later. And as you can see, everything is well watered, because like I said, we had a storm last night. These are calendula, which I started from seed. And I have a small business, so and I use calendula as an ingredient in my product. So I thought I would try to grow some to save myself some money. And this is a pineapple. One of the gardeners that I follow, he twisted the top of a pineapple off and planted it, and it grew. So I thought I'd try it. I don't know that I'm gonna have success with that, but that's what this is all about, right? Trying things that necessarily may not work, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna trust the process and stick with it. I don't know if it'll be a success, but if it's not, I really haven't lost anything. So there's that. This is another container of garlic. It's amazing to me the progress that happens after a day of rain. I absolutely love to come out here after the rain, because these were not this big yesterday. And this is lavender. I also use lavender as an ingredient in some of my products. So again, money saver if this goes well. Romaine lettuce is growing well. And this is the raised garden bed. So we've got collard greens. See, Mr. Owl. I covered these up because I covered the beds up because last year the moths attacked. So I was trying to avert that, having to have that fight this year. So I decided to cover the raised beds, which I wasn't really a fan of in the beginning, just for the appearance of it, because I like everything to be open. And but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So it's either fight the pest or have it covered, and I decided to cover it. And I bought this kit on Amazon. So we've got collards. I put a few marigolds in, cabbage. We've got spinach, which is sprouting up nicely. I don't know, am I supposed to pull those sprouts up? I need to look that up today because I'm not sure. So we've got spinach and butter crunch lettuce. And those I bought last year, those solar lights, they supposedly give off a sound, again, that would deter pests. It didn't really work all that well in the pots last year. I thought I would put it in the bed, but then I ended up covering it. So yeah. And so here's the sweet potato that I was given, and you see it's got some sprouts on it. So technically I could, that one on the side may have some roots on it, so I probably could pull that off and plant it. I'll check that later. And then we've got sweet mint here, which is growing amazing. And this is the second raised bed. So my hubby got me the raised beds for my birthday in March, and I am absolutely pleased with them. So this is the second raised bed. So we've got Brussels sprouts. So again, one of my friends is a gardener, and she brought me, I'm trying to fix this because during the storm last night, I guess this is the one that blew off, and my husband came out here in the storm to put it back on. the net had blown off, and he came out here and put it back on. I told him to wait until today, but he came out here last night. So thank you, honey. We got Brussels sprouts. I put basil in there because basil is one of the things that they said because of the fragrance helps deter pests. So I'm doing all things this year, fighting the good fight. And then we've got broccoli and cauliflower. And you see something's been nibbling there because these look like something's been eaten, but I don't know what to do. Okay, and here we have another container of calendula. Again, ingredients for my products. So I'm really hoping that this is a success. So these grow flowers that kind of look like sunflowers or daisies. So I'm excited about that. This is striped beets. I tried to grow these last year and they didn't grow, and I believe the container was too small, so I decided to put them in the 30-gallon grow bags this year. This is a crimson sweet watermelon, and I tried to grow these last year and they did grow. They just never got big. They were very tiny, probably about this big, and I took them in the house and cut them. They smelled fine, they looked regular, they just never grew big because I had them in this container. And so one of the things that I learned is you can't grow bigger than your environment. That is a whole lesson, okay? So I decided to switch them this year to 30-gallon grow bags. And this is a sugar baby watermelon. Again, same story. Tried to grow these last year. It didn't grow because it was stifled by its environment. We've got a tomato plant here. And there was one growing here, and I came out here fiddling with it the other day, and it fell off. So now it's detached from the vine. So we know the story on that. Nothing detached from the vine can grow, right? Jesus told us that. And this is another tomato plant. I put the marigolds in to try to deter. So we'll see. I'll probably need to start staking this soon. And then, last but not least, spearmint. So this is the garden. It is probably almost triple the size it was last year, but I'm excited. I absolutely love this journey. I've learned so much about gardening. I've learned so much about myself during this process. So I'm just inviting you to take the journey with me. All right? Thanks for watching.